All right, folks, John Rush Drive Radio and Richard Rush is behind the camera today. We're going to talk about this is a long review of the 2015, as you can see, GMC Canyon, the same as a Chevy Colorado. This is all new for 2015. This particular truck that we're driving this week is a two-wheel drive version, but they do make it in a two-wheel drive and a four-wheel drive. This particular vehicle that we're driving is a two-wheel drive with the four-cylinder. We'll talk more about that as we get into the driving portion. But some things that they've done that are, best in class or kind of only thing in class. Only truck in this class with LED lamps, which you can see here. Has an active shutter system in the grille that actually helps out with fuel economy. That's also the only one in the class that has that. And I apologize, I'm going to have to use my cheat sheets. There's a couple of other things that are best in class. Oh, also has built-in Wi-Fi hotspot, 7,000 pound trailer capacity. Now that you're going to have to look at what you're buying, four-wheel drive, what engine it's got in it, etc., because every one of those is going to vary when it comes to the actual towing capacity. As you can see, this is a two-wheel drive truck. One thing that this truck does have that they've done on these trucks this year, which is kind of cool, they took the same thing from the 2014 model half-ton trucks that they've got, and it has a Duralife brake rotor, which doubles the life of the brake rotors. You can get this in a 2.5 liter four-cylinder, 200 horsepower, 3.6 liter V6. The four-cylinder is 27 miles to the gallon. The 3.6 is 26 miles to the gallon. It's the only truck in the segment with all-wheel drive. Okay, fans, another class-exclusive feature that this truck has, and my son Richard mentioned it in the short review, is this corner step. And that's now standard on all GM trucks. So every line has got it, from this series to the next series up in the half-ton, the 1500 series, all the way up into their heavy duties. Nice little handle or pocket. You can put your hand in here, and you would just step up and get right back into the truck. Another cool feature is the easy left tailgate, and backup cameras built in. It also locks, but one hand comes right down, nice and smooth. In here you'll see that there's 4 solid tie downs that are built in. That's what these hooks here are for. And or you can buy devices that actually hook into these holes, and then you can reconfigure 13 other areas where you can actually use it for a tie down. Back up, Richard actually commented on this. One hand, close the gate, off we go. This truck does not have a trailer hitch. It does have something back here where you would hook the chains to, but there's no hitch. That's optional on these trucks. Your lighting and your trailer plug would actually go here, and the hitch, of course, would come down below the bumper. But I tell you what, let's take a quick drive. We'll come back and then we'll do the interior. All right, folks, hope you enjoyed the initial part of the review. We're going to do the driving portion, then we'll come back and we'll do the interior. You can see some of the interior now, and as you can see, and I'll talk about this later, pretty average interior, not a lot of bells and whistles. This is not a highly equipped truck. Again, $25,000. As I go to reverse, it does have backup camera in, and it actually does show you where you're going to be turning, which is kind of a nice feature. Outside of that, we'll just take a quick drive. And again, not a lot to talk about in terms of the radio and all that, because it's a bare bones truck. There's not a lot here to really talk about, other than the fact this truck is equipped with LTE Wi-Fi hotspot built in, and of course also has OnStar, like every GM vehicle does. So OnStar is actually an option on this truck. We have averaged 22.4 miles to the gallon in this particular truck. This is the four-cylinder model, 200 horsepower, and I will tell you that for just running around town, not carrying a bunch of loads, if you wanted to give this truck, for a salesman type truck, something along those lines, if you're a commercial operator, the four-cylinder works fantastic. I have no complaints on that side whatsoever. If you're going to tow anything with it, put more load in it, maybe call a bunch of tools around, things like that, you're probably going to want to opt for the V6, which really you only lose 1 mile to the gallon with a 3.6 liter V6. Quiet truck interior wise, smooth truck. Of course, this being a two-wheel drive is extremely smooth. The truck works great, but the four-wheel drive I would anticipate would not be a whole lot rougher, because the front end is basically designed almost the same, with the exception of putting a front axle up in the four-wheel drive end of things. But with that, it's been a great truck. I've enjoyed driving it. Again, I would encourage you, get out and drive this truck. If you're a commercial operator and you're thinking about buying this truck, run on out to your GMC or Chevy dealer and take the truck for a drive, and we'll come back and do the interior. Okay. All right, folks, going to the interior. Hope you enjoyed the driving portion. As we always say, go out, drive these vehicles, this particular truck, see how you like it. But get into the back seat, and I actually am going to do this. Now, one thing that we did do, because again, I'm 5'10", I went ahead and I put this seat, quite a bit forward, so you'd have to have a shorter person in here. But again, this truck's not really meant for 4 people. It does have some jump seats back here, and if Richard can show you this, there is some storage underneath here, which is kind of a cool feature. as you can see, these headrests would come down and go in here. I'm not quite sure exactly why you would need to do that. I haven't quite figured that part out, but actually getting in the back seat, if I climb up in here, again, I'm 5'10", this seat's all the way forward, my knees are here. Could I ride around town a little bit in this? Yeah, but I wouldn't want to go very far in it. There's not a ton of padding back here. Again, this is an extended cab, just a jump seat, really meant more for smaller individuals, kids, things along those lines. And again, you're not buying this truck to put 4 passengers in it. It's really more designed to put some cargo and some things like that. Although there is a couple of cup holders back here, and there is a little bit of storage down in between the middle. Some storage pockets back here if you're going to store some things. And again, we'll jump into the front seat and we'll continue on. I'm going to put the seat back so Richard can actually climb in if he needs to. And I'll just show you real quick on this side since we're in the sun. As you can see, with this seat back, I have tons and tons of room. So if I want to scoot up a little bit and give a little bit of leg room back there, I can. So there is a lot of room on the passenger side, driver's side also. Really, really nice. Nice big glove box here. Nice center console. Storage in the side pockets and so on. But I'll tell you what, I'll climb around the other side and we'll continue on. Hey folks, so now we're in the driver's seat, or I'm in the driver's seat, I should say. You're not, but I am. And just kind of give you an overlay of the interior. This truck is a pretty standard truck. In other words, there's not a lot of bells and whistles. This is a $25,000 truck, the way it's equipped right now, and there's not a lot of features. As you can see, not even any controls for the radio. All of that is done here. As I turn the key, let me go ahead and start it so it doesn't ding on us here. It just has a small screen. As I do go into reverse, which we showed you in the driving portion, that does light up. But not a lot of bells and whistles on the inside. It is a comfortable truck. I didn't mind driving it at all. That part of it's nice, but really not a lot of other things I need to show you. You can just really kind of look at it. And if you need to, go out, hop in one of these trucks, drive it, and see what you think. But hopefully you've enjoyed this review on the 2015 GMC Canyon. As my son said in the shorter review, it's the Motor Trend Truck of the Year for a reason. They've done a really good job on it. And even for this truck being a plain Jane truck, I've really enjoyed driving it for the week. So GMC, great job. Hope you enjoyed the review. All right, folks, we're starting to do this on each review to give you a little bit different perspective so we can give you a little bit more of just our personal thoughts on the trucks. This is the 2015 GMC Canyon. Once again, same thing as the Chevy Colorado. You know, who buys this truck? Well, a lot of you that used to, buy the Ford Rangers, Toyota Tacomas, kind of that mid-sized truck back in the day, this truck fits the bill very well. The fuel economy is actually better than it was back in those days. Those Rangers back in those days, even the Tacomas, the S10s, they were in the high teens. This truck's in the high 20s on the highway, and in the mid 20s around town. We've averaged almost 23 miles to the gallon with it, just running around, mostly in-town driving for us. So, this truck's designed for contractors, people that might have a salesman that they need that are in, different type of industries, landscaping and things along those lines. This would be a great truck for somebody like that. With the 3.6 V6, it does give you the ability to actually tow up to 7,000 pounds. It's a great mid-sized truck. It has all the features really of a full-size truck, but in a more compact design that gets you in the high 20s as far as fuel economy goes. So guys, Chevrolet, GMC, you guys did a great job. This truck's great. I've enjoyed it. My son's enjoyed it. And this is just the stripped down version. I would really love to get behind one that's fully loaded, four-wheel drive, and see what that's like, because I guarantee you we would be really impressed with that. If this truck bare bones can impress us, I guarantee you one of the other ones, or one of the high-end models, would also impress us. So go out and check out the vehicle at your local Chevy and GMC dealer. Tell them John Rush and Richard Rush from Drive Radio sent you. All right, folks, hope you enjoyed this review today that we've done for you. And as my son always says, check out all the rest of the reviews that we have. Please make sure you go out and drive whatever car it is you're looking at yourself. Don't go off of any review that you watch, either ours or somebody else's or what you read. You need to go out and experience the car for yourself. But remember, we're on air, Drive Radio, every Saturday, 10 a.m. to 1 p.m. Mountain Standard Time. That's here in the Denver, Colorado market. You can catch us on the TuneIn app at 560thesource.com. Just look for 560 here in the Denver market. You can also watch us live on YouTube. We stream our broadcasts every Saturday on our YouTube channel, Drive Radio, all one word. You can also find us on our website at drive-radio.com, and you can listen to us live right on our radio station's website, which is 560thesource.com. With that, we're out of here. Hope you have a great time, and thanks again for watching.